Hello and welcome to Rathod's IAS. Today in this class, we are going to see current affairs of 1st October 2023. So let's get started with our discussion. And what are the current affairs that we are going to discuss that will be important from our UPSC point of view and from even our state public service examination point of view. And if you are preparing for any other competition examinations like competitive examinations, yes, you can get questions regarding this current affairs. And we are going to cover the current affairs which is also relevant from our other competitive examinations. So without wasting any time, let's get started. So this is the first paper of The Hindu. So first we are going to see important articles and what are the perspectives that you all need to get, and later on we are going to see detailed analysis of those topics. So in the first page, the first article which is important from our examination point of view is elections in Maldives. So why we need to bother about who wins in this Maldives? In our international relations, which comes under part of our GS paper 2, we will be studying about relations between India and other countries like India neighborhood, India and other countries, bilateral relations. So from that point of view, we need to have understanding of India and Maldives relations. So actually in this Maldives, so whenever election is happening, so whenever any party which is come into power, so there are two kinds of parties. So one party is pro-India and another party is pro-China. So now the newly elected or new government which won elections is pro-China party. But earlier the government was pro-India. So whenever government is pro-India, automatically we will have some benefits. So we will be having the good relationship with that so and so country. But whenever the changing of government from pro-India to pro-China, yes, we can see some negative impacts on our relation. Okay, so this is a thing that you have to remember, and always you have to focus on which are the areas of cooperation between India and Maldives, and even you have to see what are the challenges that we are seeing in this India-Maldives relations and how it is going to worsen further, because now again pro-China government is going to come up into the picture. And one more thing you have to focus here is, so how this foreign policy of Maldives it is going to change, or whether it will be aligning towards India or whether it will be aligned towards China. And here you have to see even map of Maldives, because you can expect a question regarding this map of Maldives in your prelims. So these are all the things that you have to remember in this perspective of elections in Maldives. And next topic is September rainfall washes off India's monsoon deficit. So monsoon is very important concept. So we will be reading in our Indian geography. So in Indian geography, in which chapter we will be studying this monsoon? That is in our climate. In our climate chapter, we will be studying about this monsoon. So recently IMD predicted that in month of August, there is deficit, there is less rainfall is seen. So why there is deficit? Because of impact of El Nino. Because of impact of El Nino, yes, we got less rainfall in month of August. But the same IMD is saying that now in month of September, yes, we got good rainfall, and whatever the deficit that we got in month of August, which had been fulfilled. So what is this monsoon? Monsoon is nothing but seasonal reversal of winds. So we are getting seasons because of revolution of Earth around the sun. Okay, we have to know that concept. So that concept we are going to see in detail, don't worry. And if you move on, there is nothing much important in our city page. Okay, so you can leave the city page. And many students, they have the tendency to skip the Sunday's newspaper. But this Sunday's newspaper is important to cover environment and ecology, and as well as your science and technology related current affairs. You have to focus on that. And if you move on to the states page, here you can see one important article. So here this article says that Punjab government's anti-pollution promise set for field trial. So this article is talking about anti-pollution targets of Punjab. So here you have to see what is this air pollution. And you have to see what are the causes. Normally causes will be because of vehicular emissions, and not only this, because of burning anything, for example burning of stubble or parali, okay, because of construction activities or because of demolition activities, we can see that leads to air pollution. So now why this Punjab needs to take steps? So this topic we can connect to air pollution in Delhi. So we can connect this topic with this air pollution in Delhi region. So especially in winter months. So Delhi is in verge of air pollution. So in Delhi what happened? There will be decreasing of air quality. And there is increasing of particulate matter in air, and that will lead to increasing of haze. That will lead to decreasing of visibility during early mornings. So because of this, that will lead to lot of accidents in early morning in this winter season in this outskirts of Delhi. Okay. So because of this air quality, bad air quality, it will be having impact on health of elderly and as well as children, especially we can see respiratory disorders. So because of this, here Delhi government will be taking some steps to control this air pollution. So one such step which is taken recently by this Delhi government is banning of crackers. So they said that we have to go for green crackers. Okay. So not only that, here there are a lot of steps like odd even, and construction activities will be stopped, and we can decrease vehicular pollution. Okay, and even it will impose the ban on the stubble burning of nearby areas like Punjab and Haryana, etc. And here one more important dimension you can connect here is what are the causes for this air pollution Delhi. So again you have to know about point sources and non-point sources. Okay, so please let me know which are the point sources and non-point sources which are causing this pollution in this Delhi region. So what is this article talking about? So this article says that now here Punjab government is taking steps to control air pollution. So especially it wants to decrease the stubble burning, and recently there is one report that there is 50% reduction of stubble burning is seen in Punjab. So you have to connect this article. So it is 2 days back current affairs. Okay, so now here government is taking some steps like, so whenever any farmer who is going for the stubble burning, so he will be punished. There will be stringent action, and even registration of police cases against that farmer will be taken. And this will be going to be effect from this October 1st onwards, because the starting of this winter season. And this one is even Punjab Pollution Control Board in recent years which started imposing even penalties on the farmers who are going for this stubble burning. And why? Because NGT, that is National Green Tribunal, which banned the stubble burning in 2015 itself. And even government will be providing some alternatives like providing some happy seeders so that they will not go for stubble burning. Okay, so these are some steps which are going to be taken by this government of Punjab to control this air pollution. So this is about this topic. And now let us move on So you can leave this classified page. And in this news page, there is one important article, that is Argentina-India signed Social Security Agreement. So here the Social Security Agreement is very important. So here what is a Social Security? Social Security means they will be getting pension, they will be getting some health benefits, okay, health insurance, etc. Right? So why we need this agreement that should be signed between the two countries? So what is the need? So I think many Indians, they are moving towards Argentina, and many Argentinians, they are also coming to India in search of jobs, for education purpose, for everything. Okay, so whenever any person who is settled in Argentina, so he will be also taking his family, right? So for that, social security is very important. So this agreement will be very much helpful for the people, for this cross border movements of the people. Okay, and here you have to know about map regarding this Argentina, and especially countries which are sharing boundary with this Argentina. Okay, so it is very important. And if you move on, in this page you can see this article, it is regarding Aditya L1. So Aditya L1 is ISRO's solar mission. ISRO's solar mission. So we are going to study sun under this mission. So we are going to keep this Aditya in L1 point. L1 point is nothing but Lagrange point. So we are having 5 Lagrange point, L1, L2, L3, L4, L5, and we are placing this Aditya at this L1 position. And what are the aims of this mission? So here we are expecting that it will be providing insights regarding origin of solar system and acceleration, anisotropy of solar wind, solar flares, and as well as we are going to even get some information regarding space weather phenomena. So these are the aims and objectives of this Aditya L1 mission. And if you move on, you can see there is one article, that is Chennai top node in Tortoise trafficking network. So there is increasing of trafficking of this tortoise is seen. Normally this tortoise is grown, or it is used as pet in the homes. Now from pet it is going into plates. So there is increased demand for the meat of this tortoise is seen. So because of this, yes, there is illegal trafficking of this tortoise is happening. Okay, so here you have to see what will be the impacts of this trafficking. What will be the impacts? The first one is number of that animals will be decreased, and that will leads to extinction of that animals. This is the first important impact. So because of this, it will be having impact on food web and as well as food chains. So on this food chains and food web, there is negative impact. And not only this, it will be having impact on overall biodiversity. Overall biodiversity, there will be having some impact. And not only this, even that will leads to black money, money laundering, etc. Okay, so these are some impacts, and here you have to see some facts regarding this tortoise trafficking which is given in this article, that we are going to discuss in detail. And in this world page, there is nothing much important, but in this science page you have to see some articles like genes fuel antibiotic resistance in Yemen cholera epidemic. So here what happened in Yemen in 2016, this epidemic of cholera started. And finally they came up with a studying of this Vibrio cholerae. So it is an organism or bacteria which is causing this cholera. And in that study they found some stunting realities, that so this antibiotic resistance is seen in this cholera. So because of this, what are the antibiotics that we are using? They are not acting against this cholera. That led to epidemic in this Yemen. So normally in TB, that is tuberculosis, so we have to take long stay or long treatment for more than 6 months, 6 months to 9 months. So in that TB, we will be having this drug resistance. But here we are also seeing this drug resistance even in this cholera. So it is cause of concern because whatever the antibiotics that we are having now, so if they are not working, means we have to focus on research and development to come up with the new compounds or new antibiotics. So to come up with new antibiotic, it will be taking like more than 20 years of time. Okay, so here, so if we are not coming up with this new antibiotics, or if you are not going for the rational use of antibiotics, then that will be having the huge impact on the mankind. And next topic is genomic markers of disease resistant staghorn corals. So this article which is saying that yes, the diseases which are causing in these corals, so because of that infectious diseases, death of corals is happening. So many of you might be thinking that these corals are present only in this tropical region, but this staghorn corals is temperate corals. Okay, but what is the difference here is in tropical corals they are called as hard corals, in temperate corals they are nothing but the soft corals. Okay, so we have to discuss all these topics. So later on, once again we will be coming back to this paper to see other important articles. Is that clear? Shall we see the detailed analysis? Are you ready? Yes. Let us see the first topic. It is about India-Maldives relations. As I said, this topic is important from international relations. So context says that front runner and opposition candidate, that is Mohammad Muizzu, was elected president of Maldives. So he beated India's friendly Ibrahim Mohammed Soleh. Okay, so earlier we have this Soleh government, and this Soleh he is pro-India. Okay, so before this Soleh, again Yamim government was present, he was like pro-China. And now here Mohammad Muizzu, he is going to form the government, and that will be again pro-China. So this is one cause of concern for India now, and we have to wait and see how the foreign policy of this Maldives it is moving towards China, or whether it will be favored towards India or not. We have to wait and see. Okay, so because of these elections, now there is going to be shift in the governance and as well as foreign policy of this Maldives. So if you see details, it says that Mr. Muizzu, he garnered about 54% of votes, and Soleh got 46% of votes. So because of this, finally this opposition party member, yes, he won the elections. So now let us have a look over the map. So this is the map of Maldives. Here we have Indian Ocean, and these are the atolls. So this Maldives, they are of coral origin. So if you are talking about corals, we are having three types of corals. What are they? Barrier reef. Next one is fringing. And next one is atoll. For example of this barrier reef is Australia. Australian barrier reef. And atoll, it is Maldives. So please let me know what is the difference between this barrier, fringing and atoll. It is very important. So where is the capital city of this Maldives? Here we have, that is Malé. So what are the challenges that we are seeing in this Maldives and India relations? So first one is always political instability, right? So one time pro-China government will come into power, one time pro-India is coming to the power. So whenever this pro-Chinese government is coming into power, there will be changing of foreign policy. So it will cause some instability in the relation between India and Maldives. And next one is, we can see there is radicalization. So most of the Maldivians, they are joining in the terror organizations or terror groups like Islamic State. So it is also one cause of concern for India. And next one is Chinese strategic presence. So Chinese increasing of strategic presence in Maldives is one of the challenge for India. So Maldives, they are also formed as a part of string of pearls of China. So it is also against India. And next one is, there is increasing of Chinese dominance in this Maldives. So most of the projects are taken by China, and even China came up with developing of naval base in this Maldives, especially in this island of Marau. So it is very important. And next one is political actions are also affecting India-Maldives relations. So Maldives cancelled contract which is awarded to GMR to develop a Malé International Airport, and finally that given to China. So it is also straining the relationship between India and Maldives. And this one is even domestic politics. For example, Maldives, they came up with India Out campaign. Okay, that led to raising of anti-India sentiments among the people. So it is also one important reason. So I want to give you one mains question, but this question already appeared in 2013. So if you want, you can try to write an answer for this question so that you can test your knowledge. Discuss the political developments in Maldives in the last 2 years. So in last 2 years, you have to see the political developments. They should they be of any cause of concern for India or not? Okay, so try to write this answer for this question. And now let us move on to next topic. It is about September rainfall washes off India's monsoon deficit. So actually I recorded the video earlier. So why the reason for the posting of video late is, so already I completed recording once, but that had been not captured. So again I came up and I am recording this class for the second time. Okay. So because always I keep in my mind like my student should not get any much stress or strain, so that again I am taking the strain and again I am standing for next 1 hour and I am taking the class. Okay. So please identify my hard work and do like and share this video to your friends. That is only one request from my side. Okay, so here you have to know this monsoon. Monsoon is nothing but seasonal reversal of wind. Seasonal reversal of wind. Normally what happens in equinox condition, this is equator, correct? So during this equinox, normally this ITCZ, intertropical convergence zone, which is present on equator. But during summer season or summer solstice, so it will be moving towards this 23.5 degree north. So here exactly India is located. That means low pressure area will be created over India. So according to this pressure gradient force, always winds move from high pressure to low pressure. So compared to this 23.5 degree north, equator will be somewhat cool. So from here we can see the movement of winds from equator towards this 23.5 north is seen. So whenever winds are moving from equator towards northern hemisphere, because of this Coriolis force, they will be deflecting towards right. So they will be moving in this direction. So whenever there is a movement of the winds, so here we have two branches. So how many branches we have? We have two branches. We have Arabian Sea branch and Bay of Bengal branch. So Arabian Sea branch will be causing rainfall in this western part, and Bay of Bengal that will be causing rainfall in the northeastern, and finally they will be meeting in this northwestern part. So after meeting, again what happened? The reversal of winds. So now normally slowly this ITCZ will be moving towards downwards, and by the winter solstice, so it will be reaching this 23.5 degrees south. So that what happens, so whenever the winds are moving, here low pressure will be created and here high pressure will be created, and the winds moving towards this southern part. So whenever the winds are moving from equator towards southern part, they will be deflecting towards left in this way. So whenever the winds are moving like this, okay, like this, so it will be causing rainfall in this region and as well as in the northern part. So this is an example of northeastern monsoon or retreating monsoon. So I hope the concept is very much clear. Now let us see what is this IMD is saying. Okay. So actually in the month of August we have very dry spells and we had deficit of around 30% of rainfall deficit in month of August. But we saw heavy rainfall in month of September, so that whatever deficit we got in this August which had been fulfilled. As of September 30, officially last day, that counts for the monsoon rainfall, India received 94% of the expected rainfall. Yes, between month of June to September, so it is normally the monsoon season or rainy season, so we got about 94% of the expected rainfall. And we can see the deficit just 6%, not much. So why there is less rainfall in the month of August? Because of this El Nino. So please let me know what is El Nino and La Nina in the comment box. So if you see details, it says that IMD, that is Indian Meteorological Department, which said that, so here the forecast for this northeastern monsoon, that is nothing but retreating monsoon started. So retreating monsoon will be started in the month of October and it will be end by the month of December. And now IMD said that there is normal. So we are going to have this normal retreating monsoon. So here let us see some facts regarding this northeast monsoon or retreating monsoon. So it will be started in the month of October. Okay, and we can see in the November and as well as December. And actually this southern peninsula, which is also getting or receiving the rainfall during this retreating monsoon also. And the summer monsoon season will end on September 30, but it will be not happens overnight. So this retreating monsoon will be taking around 4 weeks to complete. Okay, that's it. So what will be the impact of this northeastern monsoon or retreating monsoon on Indian soil? So actually many parts, especially the northern parts, they are receiving this rainfall, especially Gangetic plains, okay, in the month of November and December. So this will be very much helpful for growing of wheat in this Rabi season in Punjab and Haryana regions. And actually it also aided by these western disturbances. So we have Mediterranean Sea and even from Atlantic Ocean. So from this Atlantic Ocean and this Mediterranean Sea, so there are disturbances which causes and the moving of the winds like this way happens, and they will also bring some moisture and that will causes winter rainfall. Okay, so that's it. And next topic is India-Argentina relations. As I said, this topic is very important from your international relations point of view. Let us try to focus on what is the social security agreement which signed between India and Argentina. So context says that India and Argentina signed agreement. So this agreement is focusing on ensuring of legal rights of professionals in each other domain. Okay, especially they are focusing on risk-free international mobility. So people from India, they are moving to Argentina, and people from Argentina, they are moving to India. So because of this, here the responsibility of both the government is there that have to maintain risk-free mobility of people freely, so that they sign this social security agreement. So please let me know what will comes under this social security in the comment box. So because of this, now Embassy of India in a statement said that social security agreement which aimed at ensuring the rights of growing number of Indian nationals employed in the various Indian and international concerns in Argentina. And not only Indians who are present in Argentina, but even they are talking about Argentine nationals who are present in India who are seeking employment in India. So this social security agreement which is between India and Argentina, which now created a legal framework now. So this legal framework will enable the professionals of the both sides to claim old age and survival pensions. So it will be helpful for claiming of pensions from the government. And that apart, it also safeguards permanent and total disability pension for employed persons, as well as to legislations in Argentina concerning contributing benefits to the social security system. So not only the old age pension, but even they are getting this disability pension for employed people. And next one here is it also take care of some factors like even rent, subsidy and lump sum payments, etc. as well. So in this way we can improve the trade relations between India and Argentina, and even we can improve the bilateral relationship such that our Indian diaspora will be get benefited. Okay, so now let us have a look over the map. So this is the map. So in this is South America, we have Argentina in South America. So first important one, many students they might not know in this. So here it is having the direct boundary, it is sharing the direct boundary with this Atlantic Ocean. Okay, and this part we have Pacific Ocean, this Atlantic Ocean. So which is sharing boundary with the countries like here we have Chile. Chile is like same Chile shape like this. And here we have Bolivia, Paraguay, here Brazil and Uruguay. So here Argentina is sharing boundary with Chile, Bolivia, Uruguay, Brazil and as well as Paraguay. So these are the countries through which Argentina is sharing boundary. And the capital of this Argentina is Buenos Aires. Clear? You have to make this map and you have to try to remember this map as well. And there are very less countries in this South America, so that you can easily remember those countries. And now let us see next topic. It is regarding Chennai top node. Top node is a point. Node is nothing but point. Chennai top node in tortoise trafficking network. So it is talking about trafficking of tortoise. So this article is important from your environment and ecology. So here you have to say which are the laws or acts which are present in India deals with illegal trafficking of animals or plants. So please let me know in the comment box. Already we discussed that number of times. So let us see why it is in news. Chennai is the highest ranked node in tortoise and hard shell this turtles trafficking network. So Chennai, it is one important place where we can see tortoise and turtle trafficking network is seen, and especially not only this Chennai but other places like Mumbai, Kolkata, Bangalore, Anantapur, Agra, North 24 Parganas and Howrah in West Bengal. So they are ranking high in this trafficking of tortoise and turtles. So this study which titled that is pets to plates. Normally this tortoise are used as pets in the homes, but now they are going to the plates. Okay, so the study title here is Pets to Plates. Also found that trafficking of soft shell turtles for meat was predominantly domestic in nature. So now here there is increased demand for this tortoise meat, and because of this trafficking is happening, especially there is increased demand for this meat of soft shell turtles. And even Asia turtle crisis, which is a term used to describe that current state of tortoise and freshwater turtles on the largest continent on earth. So actually now what happened, there is decreasing of tortoise and turtles is seen. And wild population of this tortoise and freshwater turtles have suffered immensely. Why? Because what are the threats faced by this tortoise and turtles? First one is habitat destruction, and now there is illegal and unsustainable harvest of this tortoise turtles is seen. And actually these tortoise and turtles, they are also under the pressure from illegal trade. So there is pressure from illegal trade. Earlier they are pets, but now they are coming into the plates, and even they are used for food and as well as medicines across the world. So because of this, there is decreasing of tortoise and turtle species, and there is also increasing of illegal trading, and even extinction is also seen. So this study which also aimed at examining the similarities and differences in the operation of the illegal trade. And why this study? So this study will give some insights so that government can come up with some measures so that it can control this trafficking, and it can take some stringent actions against this people who are doing this poaching and illegal trading. Okay, is that clear? Yes. Now let us move on to next topic. So next topic is about genes fuel antibiotic resistance in Yemen cholera epidemic. So cholera is one of the deadly disease. So actually this cholera earlier, it was one of the important reason for the mortality in children, especially under 5 mortality, because whenever any children who is attacked with this Vibrio cholera, so they will be getting watery motions. At that time there is no use of ORS. So even if you are using ORS, there is no zinc component. So zinc is very important to treat this diarrhea. Okay, but now we have that But now even we are having some vaccines which are going to treat, okay, this cholera. So if you are talking about this context, it says that genes imparting resistance to multiple antibiotics is emerged in this Vibrio cholerae. So recently one study which done in Yemen, so they found that there are some genes which are showing drug resistance in this Vibrio cholerae. That means if you are using antibiotics, you are not acting on this Vibrio cholerae. It is because of genetic modification or genes modification. So Yemen cholera epidemic which had happened around 2018, and now recently the study released regarding this genes which is present regarding antibiotic resistance in this Vibrio cholerae. And this detail says that these findings, they emphasize on the importance of tracking pathogen genomes to monitor the emergence of multiple drug resistant strains. Yes, what happening? So nowadays, because of this genomes, we are also seeing that multiple drug resistance in this cholera. So what is the problem here is, so if there is drug resistance, if there is no antibiotic which is acting against that, that will reach the death rates, morbidity or mortality rates. So if you want to address this type of situations, we have to focus on R&D and we have to develop new antibiotics. It is new class of antibiotics. Okay. So what are the reasons for this antibiotic resistance? First one is genetic modification. Second one is irrational use of antibiotics. So even there is no need of taking antibiotics, but if you are having cough and cold and if you want to get some medicines in this OTC, that is in the pharmacies, they will be giving antibiotics. So they don't know like how to use this antibiotics, and they will be not giving the complete course of 3 or 5 days. They will be saying that you have to take this only for 1 day or 2 days, then you will be getting relief from cold and cough. But it's not the way to use this antibiotics. So because of this, so most of the antibiotics, they got antibiotic resistance in India. Okay, and next one here is cholera outbreak in Yemen, which has begun in 2016 and is the largest in modern history, and antibiotic resistance which became widespread among this Vibrio cholerae bacteria since 2018. That means we have to test before giving the antibiotics, like which antibiotic is sensitive towards that Vibrio cholerae. And next one is drug resistance in bacteria may develop and it may spread via spontaneous mutations by acquisition of resistance conferring genes. So now what happened, this drug resistance is seen in this bacteria because of transmission of this gene to the next generation of this Vibrio cholerae. Okay, now let us try to see some facts regarding this cholera disease. So cholera, it is nothing but life-threatening infectious disease and it is a public health hazard. So in an acute stages, we can see this diarrheal illness is caused by infection of intestine. So this bacteria which is causing irritation or intestine. So we have this large intestine, right? So we have large intestine and we will be having this small intestine. So normally it will be affecting this intestine part, both large intestine and small intestine, so that it will be causing irritation in our bowel. So because of this irritation in our bowel, that will lead to this loose motions or watery stools. So what are the symptoms? The symptoms will be watery diarrhea and even sometimes vomitings, leg cramps, fever. Okay, so how it is transmitted from one person to another person? It can be easily transmitted by the contamination of food and water. So through the contamination of food and water, yes, cholera will be easily spreaded. And even we can see high incidence of this cholera in the areas there is no proper sanitation and there is no proper treatment of drainage and sewage water and even drinking water. And currently here WHO, that is World Health Organization, pre-qualified oral cholera vaccines. So we have 3 oral cholera vaccines, that is Dukoral, Shankol and UV-Col Plus. So all 3 vaccines, they require 2 doses for getting full protection against this cholera. And now let us see next interesting topic. So it is genomic markers of disease resistant in staghorn corals. So this topic is about corals. Okay, so it is very important, and it is also important from your environment and ecology. So why it is in news? So a genome-wide survey which is made on this critically endangered staghorn corals, and this coral is present in Caribbean. That means it is temperate corals. It is temperate corals or cool water corals, and they identified that 10 genomic regions associated with the resilience against white band disease. So actually they are affected by this white band disease. It is infectious disease, and because of this infectious disease, it is killing 95% of this Caribbean species, including staghorn corals. It is a cause of concern. It is example of mass extinction, right? So the detail says that the finding could be used as conservation tool to improve disease resistance in the wild and nursery stocks. So whenever we are having this data, then only we will be taking these measures, right? So if you are not having the data, or if you are not having the study regarding what is causing what, so which organism is responsible, then only we will be taking steps for the conservation in the wild and as well as in the captive breeding centers. And now let us see some facts regarding these cold water corals. So these cold water corals, they inhabit deep cold water, and United Nations Environment Program which says that so we are having more cold water corals than compared to that of these tropical reefs. So it is very important prelims based point. Okay, and the largest cold water coral reef is Roast Coral Reef, which is present in the coast of Norway. It is also very important. And this one is slow flake coral, is a species of soft coral, and where it is seen, this soft coral is also seen even in tropical Western Atlantic Ocean. And even so, this is an invasive species which is becoming a major threat for Gulf of Mannar, Gulf of Kutch and Andaman and Nicobar Islands. And this one is, we have retrotranspones. So they are specialized genes which may help coral adapt more heat stress. So which is a gene which is helping these corals to resist to the stress, that is nothing but retrotransponens. So it is also very important. And next one is, we have Symbiodinum. It is a unicellular algae. So this algae which gives coral host photosynthetic products. So normally in the tropical corals we are having the zooxanthellae, but in this cool water corals that is nothing but Symbiodinum. So it is also very important prelims based fact. And next one is, according to UNEP, the percentage of world area covered by each regions, that is Indonesia which is having 18% of corals, and Australia having 17%, and the Philippines having 9%. And next one is staghorn coral. It is a critically endangered coral. So it is very important prelims fact. And its species which declined by more than 80% in the last 30 years because of human actions, because of infectious diseases, and even because of climate change. Okay, they are very much vulnerable to this coral bleaching. So please let me know what is the concept of this coral bleaching in the comment box. So these are the important articles that appeared in our today's Hindu newspaper. Now I want to announce about this course, that is daily mains answer writing course. So we are going to launch a new batch of this daily mains answer writing course on this October 9th. So what are the highlights of this course? So here we are focusing on daily answer writing practice. Okay, so we are going to give you the detailed schedule for the next 1 year, what you have to read along with the micro listing of topics. And next one is, we are going to give you daily one question. On Sunday you will be having essay or case study practice. So whatever answer you are writing, so we are going to evaluate your answer, and we are going to give you the feedback like what you wrote, what can be written, so whether you address the demand of the question or not. So if there is any value addition like any data or any Supreme Court judgment, any committee report, so everything we will be giving you the detailed feedback. So how can you improve presentation? So we will be focusing on this presentation skills, and on every Sunday you will be having live classes. Okay, live classes. There we are going to discuss the doubts, and even we will be providing you the one-to-one mentorship as well. So the cost of this course here is 8,200 rupees, and even if you can't pay this amount in the one go, so you can pay in 2 installments. So if you want to enroll to this course to improve these answer writing skills, and even if you have fear regarding writing answers, so you have to come out of that and you can join this course. And here you can call me on this number. So please make a note of number 8074765513 regarding any queries regarding this course. And even this is a WhatsApp and Telegram number, you can text me there also. Okay, for enrolling you can visit our website rathodisacademy.com, or you can directly call me on this number. And I want to show you one more thing. And if you want to get the notes of this class, you can join the Telegram channel. The link is given in the description box, that is Rathod's IAS classes. So here we will be posting the class, okay, class details and even the notes. Okay, notes will be given. So whenever you are posting any video in YouTube, you will be getting the updates here in this channel, so that you will be not missing any important update. And this is our YouTube channel, that is Rathod's IAS Academy. So you can join this channel, okay, and you can do the subscribe for this channel. And here you can see the video, shorts, live and playlist, so that you can search which video you want. And next one is, this is our website, that is Rathod's IAS Academy. And whenever you are visiting first time to our website, you have to click on this login and register. And you have to click on do not have account, and you have to fill these details, and first of all you have to register yourself. So after you are registering, then you will be again redirected to this login page. Here you can give your email ID and password, and you can log in here. So after login, so you can click on these courses, and you can see these are the courses that we are offering in Rathod's IAS. So if you are weak in any subjects, you can take the single subject, or if you want entire foundational course, you can join this foundational course by clicking buy now here. The cost of this foundation course is 45,000 with a validity of 2 years, which includes each and every subject of your GS, and it includes prelims test series, prelims booster course, mains answer writing practice, and as well as mains test series also. Okay, and if you want to watch the demo videos, you can click on play course, and after clicking on play course, 3 videos will be opened in each and every module, so that you can watch them without paying a single penny. And after you like the demo videos, then only you can go for joining of these courses. So here at last we have this daily mains answer writing course. So if you want to enroll, you can click on buy course there. Okay, so that's all for today. If you really like this class, hit the like button, and you can share the video to your friends also. And if you are visiting Rathod's IAS Academy for the first time, please do subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much.